in the corner behind the main event towards Richmond Street, opposite the Yellow Cacao.
Yes.
I'm about to record.
Disciplined stoners. What's your discipline? You a stoner? That's cool. So are we.
I'm high a lot. It's weird to finally say that with pride. I'm high a lot. Being high has helped me with my anxiety. It's helped my social skills.
Love and light. Welcome to Disciplined Stoners Podcast with your host 11.
And my name is Winnie.
And we are the gateway drug to mindfulness. Disciplined Stoners!
The gateway drug to mindfulness.
Gateway drug to mindfulness. Let's roll one up and take a hit. Gateway drug to mindfulness. Let's roll one up.
Win. We got another guest.
I know.
We got Ben.
We got Ben,
We got
who
Ben
I
from
met for
Kind.
the first
We're on the
time
right
last
side.
night.
They're
And
ready
while
to
he's
record.
having a
Towards
chat,
Richmond Street,
I will
on
tell
the
you
right
that
side.
I accepted this
I'm
award
doing a
on behalf
podcast,
of
G.
Vortex. And Ben was my interviewer for the piece, and I didn't know that I was being interviewed, so he was so kind to me, and I was like, can we go over the questions before we go live, because I don't know, I need to do some research to be able to answer these first. And so he welcomed me with open arms, and we were just talking about how
Ben-
kind you are, Ben.
Here, twist this up. Ben, you are the sweetest guy. You have the sweetest smile. You are around the kind folks. You are a kind folk yourself. Tell us and our audience who's visiting us in the Kind Winter Fair 2022, tell us about yourself and how this process has been of being a part of it.
Well, I stand humbly before to everybody, anybody. That's so awesome that everybody comes through and that you guys are so dope and that people are having a good time and that we could be part of it in any which way to manifest something that's cool for the universe, and then guys are happy and fucking awesome.
Yeah. What about you did the interviews last night?
Yeah, man. So it's again, just like people that I love that are doing good things, and give them a second to say that like we appreciate what you're doing, and the budtenders appreciate what you're doing, and it's the whole thing is like reciprocated. You're not in a vacuum. We're out there in the universe seeing you and applauding it, your efforts.
Yeah.
And your regular role at Kind is editor, yes? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Doing the magazine is basically something that I love to do, and the cover and the different stories inside the issues is something I take very seriously.
That's incredible, man. It's so beautiful. You put together a print magazine in 2022, and it's incredible.
Well, if you really want to get into it, the magazine is a hit, and there's been no print magazines in Canada in like 5 years, and we come out with a weed magazine, and it's a print magazine, and everybody's fucking loving it, and it says something about how you can make not mainstream marijuana, but just that like it does matter, and that print magazines are fucking awesome.
And then it's out there, and that people like the thing I like about magazines is you can use the assets for a vision board. I don't know if you get into like affirmations and like vision and stuff like that, but like having beautiful photography of cannabis products and like the associative creators that you have. You had Run the Jewels, favorite of mine. They're fucking awesome. How are you choosing this content that goes into it? Because it's all very streamlined to stoner culture, but also has that kind of luxury edge. Has that kind of like well-refined presentation of it. How are you selecting what goes in?
I mean, the very best of the very best, I mean, to have the utmost respect for the industry and the culture and everything, and to make it look like something that you dreamed it would be. I mean, I worked at GQ when I was in New York, and so it's like, it doesn't have to be like, this is like, not GQ, not Esquire, not Vanity Fair. Like, I do honestly believe that the marijuana industry can support positive, but also like, fucking dope. Like, it's not downscale.
Right.
Actually, it's like, it's professional,
it's
it's
fire.
ornate, which isn't to say that anything, like, anybody do whatever you want, but like our variation of it, like, I do take very minute appreciation of every single detail, and do think that my magazine can hang with like anybody who wants to send whatever, and pot or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying like,
1000%.
fuck Vogue.
That's what's up.
Vogue.
Fuck Vogue. You got that? Pound that right there. So what's your background, if I may ask? Because we're creators. I'm a musician. Winnie's an actor. And we have disciplines of our own. And that's the show is Disciplined Stoner. So obviously you have a relationship with cannabis that you love showing up for and creating with it, I assume. So I'd love to hear your relationship with cannabis and maybe a little bit of how you got into graphic design or editorial kind of discipline.
Well, the thing about discipline is I've always used cannabis as, sort of like alcohol, like a treat. So I always tend to be like, abstain, purge. And I don't, offer my lifestyle up as any sort of guidepost for anybody. But
Right.
the way I do it, I just enjoy it so much. But I'm not a habitual user, where I can just consume through my orbit.
Okay.
It's a ritual. It's something that I really come to appreciate and covet, but it's not something that I abuse or take lightly.
That's beautiful.
Do you use it specifically to get away from,
No, quite the contrary. I use it to celebrate. I use it to celebrate. I earn it. I earn it, and then I get it, and I enjoy it, and I want to spread it and celebrate it and my people.
Oh, that's so nice,
That
dude.
is lovely.
You know what I'm saying?
I
And
love
that's
that.
definitely a wonderful way to use cannabis.
But I would never advertise my own shit. I'm not any kind of Jack Kerouac had that great one. I had nothing to offer except my own confusion, and I would definitely say I definitely do not have anything figured out.
Yeah, we're not telling anyone
No,
to
but I
use
love it,
in
but
the way that any one of us
You're-
use.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
just I have nothing to offer except my own confusion.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? We love to see it because then it's example of another disciplined stoner, and you choose your time with it.
Dude, I'm a marathon runner. I mean, in terms of discipline, marathon running is what I am
This.
most what I do. I've
This.
done marathon running 30 times. I've
Let's
done 30
Wow.
marathons. Yeah. No, so the way I do use pot and alcohol and cigarettes and fucking coke and
Okay, yeah. You stimulus.
There's no
They're just
judgment here,
stimulus.
yeah.
They're just stimuluses. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
we're not going on the Disney
food-
Channel. It's a fucking weed podcast.
Yeah.
Food, sex, all the fucking things.
All the fucking things.
All the things.
Yeah, coffee,
Yeah,
word.
shopping,
Sugar.
shopping.
Ooh, sugar.
There's expressions of
Instagram?
the human form. Fuck, that's a big one.
Boom.
What are your when you're a marathon runner, what do you have any current goals, or do you just like to run?
Or is there a
I
next?
just did the Hamilton Marathon in November, and all I wanted to do was finish with grace, and I did. And
Yeah.
I did it in May in Ottawa, and I had a difficult time, and I needed help by the medics
Okay.
for the first time.
Wow.
I'm 48 years old, so I've
Dude.
been running marathons for 25 years.
Wow.
But I'm
Running
getting
marathons.
older.
This my homie out here, almost 50, fully running marathons.
Oh,
fully,
what,
baby? What? That's what we want to see. We don't believe in
That's
these.
discipline stoned up the ass, man. Because it's I can be stoned when you see me on Tuesday, and you can see me on Sunday, and I'll run 35 kilometers, and I'm the same person, and it's the same fucking ethos.
Yeah, dude, that's so beautiful.
So how was that experience needing some medical help for the first time?
Well, it was very humbling, and
Yeah.
I was resolute to come back and do it again. So my only goal in November was to finish with grace and disciplined stoner. I did.
Yeah!
So
Congratulations.
Word, and I'll do it again in the spring.
Awesome.
I do
you
it every
will.
year.
We will see you again to confirm that.
How do you train for something like that?
I run 5 days a week. On Wednesdays I do speed work, and on Sundays I do my long run.
Okay.
What's
And
a
I
long
smoke
run?
weed on Friday.
Yeah. What's a long run? What's considered a long run?
Over 25 kilometers.
Wow. How long is that taking you in your long Sunday runs?
2 hours.
Whoa.
Wow, you just moved. Do you ever get shin splints or anything?
Nope.
Do you just stretch effectively?
No, I don't even stretch.
It's just in you. It's in you to run. Because some people, I just my hips don't do it. My hips are like, hey, don't do that. And I'm like, okay, hips, I'll do something else
You
for
gotta
exercise.
listen to your hips. Isn't that a Shakira song? But
Hips don't lie.
but for me, it never bothered me.
yeah.
You know, it's a lottery.
It is.
The whole,
You have a runner's body.
I don't know.
You're
And
really
is
good.
there something that happens to your brain when you run? Do you find is that something that is that your clearing time? How do you feel when you're running? Are you focused? Are you all over the place?
I mean, I run so often that like I run the gamut of emotions. Sometimes, sometimes in the universe I feel like a victim, and I feel like I have no control of what I'm doing, and I'm in the sea, and I'm a rock in the ocean, and I'm just being cast asunder, and I have no stake in my own.
Say it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes,
But
bro.
when I run every once in a while, and then I'm like, oh, I'm fast, I'm bad, and if somebody's in my way, I'm like, move, Where
Yes.
it's like, I'm not passive whatsoever. I'm assertive, and I'm kind of fucking gangster, and like, you know what I'm saying?
Say it, yes.
Like, and so it's good to remind myself that I have that in me.
Yeah.
That, like, not to fall asleep at the wheel because
That's right. And I talked about this. We do plant medicine workshops, and I talked about this in a little flow there last Saturday. You have to accept that aggression is a healthy thing, but just focus it where it matters.
I think so.
Right? Don't spread it to the people
No.
on the street or
Honk your horn.
Yeah, exactly. But to manifest it in a way that's like, like gonna help your expression as a conscious being. And it's a beautiful thing to go through those. You're sometimes a pebble in the ocean, and you're sometimes fucking moving along the line.
Motherfucker, I said. Because you want to. You know that suicidal tendency song? I'm just teaching my kids that
Yeah.
institutionalized.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Mom, I wanted was a Pepsi. She said, no, you're enjoying it. I said, no. Oh, because you guys are so
What are
young.
you? Yeah, please elaborate on
it's
this.
from the late 80s.
Oh, is it like a?
It's a staple of people. It smells like Teen Spirit. The one step earlier. Anyway, my point is just sometimes it feels good to rage against the machine.
Yeah,
Obviously.
absolutely. There is
Rage.
Well, we were talking. We use
Culture,
this.
baby.
We use this reference chart called the emotional scale.
Yeah.
And we do believe like anger is higher than sadness, So like you do have to to lift yourself up. Sometimes you gotta get angry.
And if you can express your anger positively, and use it as a fuel for a killer fucking
Move some energy.
move some energy, and then
Yeah.
actually maybe don't be angry to your fucking partner.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
say that fucking snikey thing to your coworker.
Maybe don't do that. Just go run. Be cool.
Or work out.
Or smoke weed.
Yeah, or do
Yeah.
some push-ups or something. That's what I say.
But just like get out of the toxins. Get out of the toxins. And the
Yes.
long run is the opposite. Because the long run, it's just like you're just cruising. It's like and I can run forever. I can run for 4 hours. And just
Dude, this is major flow state right here.
major flow state.
So this is what I freestyle. This is exactly it.
Let's hear one.
Hear one right now. Never pipe down like I'm kind now. Yeah, when you wipe out so we can run it. Used to do GQ, then he came through GO2. NYC, my dude. Yeah, Ben, I met you and your mom too. Last night at the gala, she came through.
Oh.
She's from Dallas,
What?
no Houston. H-Town coming down like it's Texas. Yeah, I'll respect this.
What?
You know who's my necklace? Let it shine
Oh.
like this. Gotta put me in an episode. Here we go, right around like a merry-go-round. Double side out like a stereo. Now, yeah, we really about to put things down. Yeah, do it to a dance beat. I'm glad you have game like a track meet. Running all day, yeah, you can't even catch me. I'm going fast, yeah, popping out a Pepsi. Yeah, let me meet you at the track. Star, damn
Never
dog,
be
that was
whack, yo. I can't keep it fast, yo. I can't run like that, but I can run like this. But we love to get live at the Kind Magazine Awards, getting in swords. Want to give it more going forward, never back. Hear my shit, never motherfucking whack. Because we're all celebrating the culture. When I come in, I come like a vulture, but not to eat your young, but to spread love. That's what we want to do, like a dove. That's why sometimes when we get high, we like to record it and represent that for everyone. We just want to say one love.
One love, one love, one love, one love.
Chicka, chicka, chicka.
One love, one love, one love.
Good job, dude.
Nice, bro. My man Ben got bars. Yeah, my man Ben got bars.
All right.
out here.
You got a handicap. I'm an old golfer. I'm an old golfer.
My guy, that was so fun. Always kick a vibe with you. Fuck, that was fascinating. I mean, how are we gonna top that?
I think that's great. I think we can end there. I guess one thing that I do have, I'm just interested to know is that do you have any, like when you're reading a magazine, is there a section in the magazine that it's like your go-to?
I
like,
wanted to
I
poke
want to
around at
read
this-
this first before I read the rest of the magazine.
Yeah.
Well, very much so. I love the What I've Learned in Esquire, that page where they get famous people and they distill everything to one sentence, like what they've learned. Because all of my writing, basically, there's like one question about everything that I'm trying to do or what I'm interested in.
Okay.
And the question is how to live. How do I do this? How do I
That is the question.
right? How to fucking live?
How do we do this fucking
Like,
thing?
how do I make it easier? How do I be cooler? How does the world treat me better? Do I get what I want? To be generous, but still support myself? And like, how do I? Somebody tell me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that Esquire, and they're always asking like, Woody Harrelson, or like,
Yeah.
or General Scott Glenn, or whoever the fuck,
Yeah.
Obama. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Someone who you want to hear that from.
yeah, someone who you want to hear from, and it's expertly edited. It's been so that is my.
Great. That's a great answer.
That is
Yeah. How to
such a
live.
good answer.
Awesome.
I'm so fascinated on like what you do because I am a audio performance artist and like visual is what and typing copy is like what I struggle with the most. So I'd love to have you on for a full episode and really dive into that and learn from you and hopefully spread those blessings to people. But
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever had someone come back with some freestyles on
I
any
know.
episode.
I know. That
Well,
was a
that
first.
says more about the fucking guest you have than about.
Ben, you've been a
Nice.
blessing. You
Yes.
continue to
Thank
be.
you for coming on.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much.
on this,
Peace.
the success of
Peace.
this event.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you for adding.
My pleasure. My absolute pleasure. Do you want to leave us with anything before we leave, and where can we find you?
Thanks for finding Kind Magazine. Please read it. We make it with love. We come to the parties and the events and everything, and we just, appreciate the shit out of it. We love doing it. So thanks everybody. Whatever.
Ah, blessings. Thank you,
you.
brother. Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back
we
to
are
the
so
same,
the same one.
same episode of
yeah.
This One Stoners.
We're just gonna put little commercials in between each.
Yeah, we are so excited to have this next guest.
We have heard so much about this space. We're so excited to have you on. Please welcome Al Shefsky, the founder of Lit Research.
Hey,
Eleven.
get
Hey,
your
Wendy,
joints
thanks for
up.
having me.
Thank you so much. Yeah, don't be shy with that microphone, okay?
So over the last couple weeks, I have been invited several times each week to this amazing place called Lit Research. And from where I'm sitting, it's something that really needs to happen, and you're taking an important step. But before I blab on what it's about and what the loophole is, if you will, and what it is, I'll get it directly from you.
Yeah, why don't you tell
If
us
you would
about
tell
the
us
space?
about this amazing endeavor that you have manifested.
Well, it's a Health Canada licensed research facility, and it addresses a lot of unmet needs in the marketplace. The LPs need some real world feedback on their products all the way through the development phase and, when they're coming to the market. And consumers need a place to go and test products and consume them in a safe and healthy environment.
Yes.
And it's all, regulated and above boards. And
what was your drive, inspiration, reasoning for creating a space like this?
that's a really great question. So we have next door to Lit Research, there's a retail store.
Okay.
And that retail store, it's called Body and Spirit Cannabis. And the store used to be a very big space. And what happened in Toronto is it got oversaturated with retail stores.
Yes,
And
it did.
frankly, none of them are economically sustainable.
That's right.
And so we actually we needed to make a change. Our store was too big for the market and what was happening around us. And we were committed to the lease, and we wanted to find a way to use the space for a better,
Yes.
better use that would be more helpful in the industry than another, big store. And we
True.
we worked for a long time with Health Canada to come up with this protocol so that we could, do this research on the spot there. And we converted more, like 2/3 of the space that we had into this research facility. Yeah.
So, sorry, I turned it down. Continue.
I can't hear myself. Oh, here I come. Okay, here I am. So walk us through the experience when someone comes to be part of this research and do some testing. You walk into the space.
Yeah, so it's a very nice vibe. It looks and feels like a lounge.
Like
but
a consumption lounge. Basically, you found like a brilliant
We said
way-
it. You didn't
I'm
say
sorry.
it. We said
I'm sorry. As a consumer, just like a Uber seems like a taxi, this space seems like a consumption lounge for enjoyable experience of a completely worthy substance that we're all here standing up for.
And to address your question directly, what happens is people walk in and they get greeted, and they have to fill out an intake form. So there's a few requirements for
Right.
us to be compliant with our license, and one of them is that the people who come in, they fill out an intake form, then they sit down, and they can choose from a wide variety of studies. We've got stunned in glass gravity bong studies, we've got volcano studies, we've got pre-roll studies, we've got vape studies. There's a lot of different products, amazing products.
That's
And
great.
because we've got this license and we're able to work with the LPs before their products come to the market and
That-
hit the OCS.
That.
People can come in and try things before they're even available in the market
That
and
is so
test the
cool.
products out. They do have to fill out a participation evaluation form, so they answer some questions all about the sensory experience. So that's the research part. They're going to talk about how they like the smell, the taste,
Yes.
the look, and the whole experience.
This is Winnie worked for 1922, a retail shop.
Right
And she was
on.
the GM, and we'd all contribute
Wow.
to the buy.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. I being the old school legacy stoner I am, I already had my 5-card system, which you were just saying: smell, taste, bud, high, and
Smoke.
and smoke.
We don't get into the effects.
Okay.
But-
So that's an interesting point. So you're clarifying the cognitive documentation of the plant.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an important part of the process, as much as like a lot of us just like to smoke
So
it to get
important.
high.
The data is so valuable
really
and powerful for the LPs, especially if they start like way upstream, like during product development or even pheno hunting.
Yeah.
Like, this space is perfect, and a lot of LPs are starting to use it for that.
I told my buddy at Black Market, they got great
Yeah,
stuff. We
for
love
sure.
Leanne
They're
Womack, the
amazing.
Jealousy, absolutely
Amazing.
amazing, one of our favorites. I just told him that we were over here and we are going to have you on. And he's like, wow, we'd love to do an event there. And I'm like, well, maybe we should, this one Stoner should do a Turk Talk. And it's like, it like already, because of the doors that it's opening, like they're interested. Like so many people are
So
interested.
valuable for LPs.
And
if they
before
can,
you go to market,
Yeah.
like how smart, like a focused data group, like that's been allowed for everything from honey buns to pants.
No, it's important.
For decades.
It's so important to do this consumer research
Yeah.
and to get it, as early as possible.
Yeah. So they bring the weed,
Yeah, exactly.
or the
They-
product or the
Yeah,
flower.
they supply the flower or whatever the product is. But yeah, we're allowed to administer any class of cannabis. So yeah, it could be pre-rolls, it could be vapes, it could be concentrates, it could be you name it.
Yeah.
And
That's amazing.
And
man.
were there other ideas when you were converting the space, or when you knew that you wanted to do something else with the space? Were there other ideas floating around of what you could do, or was it always this was the vision?
I was always really, really keen about this possibility.
Amazing.
But it took a deep dive into the regulatory
Yes.
aspects, and it wasn't just Health Canada. It's like in Ontario, there's a Smoke-Free Ontario Act, and in Toronto, there's a lot of, regulatory requirements. We've
There's
got
some red tape.
yeah, a fair bit. We've got this amazing air exchange system in the place, so the air stays really clean.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
So you're working
Nice.
out a lot of the kinks that we do need to kind of have a culture, society where we can gather.
It's a wonderful opportunity. People come together and they enjoy the experience of testing the products. And what happens invariably is the LPs, they provide the education. So we've been having these events. They're just incredible.
Oh, good.
And they come and they make presentations. They teach people about the products and everything. It's interactive. And then they get to sample the products. And that's really the game changer there.
For sure.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
And also, I noticed you had some music there.
Oh,
You
yeah,
had some
it's-
like performances, so it's like an event. It's great.
Yeah, there's a lot for people to do. It's fun. They come in, we get all that Health Canada compliance requirement taken care of, but then the rest of the time that they're in there, they can socialize, enjoy themselves, listen to the music, play games, and learn. The people who are working there are very passionate about cannabis. They're very experienced and knowledgeable, and it's a hub for learning and teaching.
That's so beautiful.
And is this available to the general public to come in?
Yeah, so when we're not having events that are sponsored by the LPs, we open every day at 4 o'clock, and people can come in and sample these products.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And is there a sign-up, registration, appointment? Is it? How do we do this?
There is at litresearch.ca. You can go on there and sign up, or you
Perfect.
can just walk in off the street. Most of the time,
Amazing.
There's availability for people to come in and test these products, participate in the studies, and but it does get pretty busy on the weekends.
I bet. Yeah, it sounds like a pretty fun place to go and spend some time.
Now,
It really is.
That's so amazing. So we've heard of this thing, this groundbreaking, incredible progress you've made. I'll call it like historically, it's progress.
Thank you
Like
so
right now,
much,
it
yeah.
seems like like a place to go smoke weed, but this is legal
huge.
fucking progress for like the zoom out perspective. So kudos on that. Big pounds
Right
up,
on.
big love. But so I'm a world record setting rapper. I'm a freestyle rap artist.
Right on.
Now you'll notice with my background, I have extensive training in improv. So, and you'll notice with a lot of CEOs of big brands, they'll have a background training in something. Now, you've taken a leap over a bridge in what I would call the most scary area of cannabis, which is all the legalities, the writing, the asking the overlords if it's okay, all this silliness. You must have had some sort of background in training to have the audacity to dive into this project.
Guilty.
There we go. So, may I? Can we hear?
Sure. No, I mean, in the early days, I did go to law school and,
Okay.
I have a bit of a legal training. I graduated from law school, and
Yes.
Education's always been a very big thing to me.
Thank you for being on our side.
Yeah.
We need more of you.
I never practiced.
Okay.
But no, it's important and helpful. And then 10 years ago, I did start an LP up, and then after I sold that venture, I got into research and development of new medical products.
Beautiful.
And that really was a great experience. I got to meet some wonderful academics that were sort of on the cutting edge of a lot of the great medical developments that are happening now with cannabis.
Oh,
And
incredible.
so with that background, it was very helpful, really.
You had the perfect stack to make that happen, so you
Yeah.
just followed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you always been one to just follow your intuition when you know it's right?
I've been lucky that way, yeah.
Beautiful.
I've had the opportunities and I've done that, yeah.
Is this the first of its kind in Canada?
It is.
Is there a hope to expand across the nation?
We're considering it. We've had a lot of interest from different parties, and there's definitely an unmet need out there. And,
Absolutely.
we're gonna keep growing. Yeah.
Oh, that we will.
Awesome.
Well, we'll have to have you on again, maybe at the space. Maybe
Oh, yeah.
update
Oh,
and
love
show
that.
people.
Love that,
we'll
yeah.
come. It will come to Lit Research, and you just got to promise to get us real high. But,
Can do.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
Yes,
man.
thanks
Thank you
for
for
coming
joining
on.
us,
Thank you,
and
Winnie,
thank you
that's a
for
pleasure.
the work that you're doing.
Awesome,
And
thank you.
guys,
Look
give them a
forward
follow.
to following your journey.
Where can people find you and Lit Research? And do you want to leave the people with anything?
Sure, it's litresearch.ca, and we're at 361 Yonge Street. Come down and visit.
Hey,
Awesome.
beautiful. Much love.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you, Al.
Right on, thanks, guys.
Disciplined stoners. What's your discipline? You a stoner? That's cool. So are we.
I'm high a lot. It's weird to finally say that with pride. I'm high a lot. Being high has helped me with my anxiety. It's helped my social skills. Well, it's helped me feel okay about my shitty social skills. It doesn't make my social skills better, but it sure does make sitting in that awkward moment in a social interaction a lot more bearable. You know, that moment where no one in the group has anything left to say, and you desperately want to yell at all of them, just say something. Being high makes that hilarious and not torture.
Yo, it's 11 from Anger Town. This plant just helped me chill out. Found focus, found confidence. All of a sudden I was productive, less protective, more progressive. Yeah, we talk about stuff like I'm a next sommelier, but this is about a medicine, baby. We wish everyone a mindful life. It's been a helpful tool for us. And whatever the route to peace, it's each individual's journey. And the more we communicate, maybe we can all help each other out. Love and light. Welcome to Disciplined Stoners Podcast with your host 11.
And my name is Winnie.
And we are the gateway drug to mindfulness. And that's Ralph.